Welcome to Meathead Test Kitchen, where food and fitness come to hang out. Nutrition, training, and life. It's all fair game on Meathead Test Kitchen.
Welcome to Meathead Test Kitchen, a podcast where food and fitness come to hang out. I am Sadie.
I'm Sasha.
And because diet culture will never fucking stop being diet culture, we decided that we're back again for another Gym Myths episode. Guess who's back? Back
again.
Busting shit. Tell a friend.
Just want to really quick before we get into this, so that if I adjust, I took a shower right before we recorded, so I am not lactating. My hair is wet. If I move around, if you're watching this on video, yeah. So, you're welcome.
I also showered, except for I wore a black shirt today. I wore the brown pants.
I know. What the hell? Normally I'm in gray or black, and I actually almost wore a black tank top, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, oh, I haven't worn this one in a while.
Oh, I can't wait to give you your podcast queen tank top for your birthday.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
I am too. It's awesome. It turned out really well. So we're here to tell you all about the bullshit that you've been seeing on TikTok for the last, I don't know, forever. Yeah. Honestly, like forever. So there's some of the most ridiculous fucking fitness and nutrition trends that you've seen. Today, we're going to put that bullshit to rest because you asked us questions like a week and a half ago, and we're finally going to answer them. So let's go.
Yes. So from the _signal42 on TikTok, the activated charcoal diet. Jesus. Like every time we do one of these episodes, I'm like, do we really have to talk about this? But yes, because it's going around everywhere, and it's like, okay.
So we have a saying in our house. It's called "Do not put baby on heater." When you have a space heater, they literally put a fucking sticker on it that says "Do not put baby on heater." So here we are today telling you, do not put baby on heater.
Yes. Okay. Activated charcoal has made an appearance again in more ways than one. In our day-to-day lives for quite a while now, but it's like back, this diet fucking thing is back again. So you may see it in your toothpaste, as an ingredient in your favorite face mask, on the menu in a drink at a bar. I think they're even making food items out of it now, whatever.
A hamburger bun.
I love the color black, but come on.
Yeah.
Use black food coloring if you like, whatever. Anyway, or it's used as a color additive in foods to get that solid black color. Again, they have black food coloring. Even people claim that it's a secret to cure hangovers. I don't believe that for a second, but the cure to a hangover is to not drink so much.
Exactly. You know how you don't get hungover? You don't fucking drink.
This coming from an expert. But
it's too.
Here's the deal with activated charcoal. You shouldn't be ingesting it in large amounts. Keep your charcoal infused toothpaste. It's not a problem.
Yeah, keep your charcoal face mask, keep your charcoal toothpaste, do your tooth whitening routine, whatever. That's fine. That's not the problem. So before we dig in, what is activated charcoal? Here comes the nerdy science part of our myth busting part of this. So activated charcoal is what you get left from superheating natural sources of carbon like wood. So yes, it's exactly what you think. Artisan, fancy ass, fucking superfine charcoal. Yeah. So why is it harmful in your diet? All right, so let's go to the experts at WebMD because we're not doctors and we don't claim to be. If you're taking medication, you should seriously consider not ingesting activated charcoal. Why? Well, if you've never been poisoned or had alcohol poisoning and had to go to the hospital to have your stomach pumped, they will give you charcoal when you get there to suck up your stomach contents so you don't get sick anymore, because activated charcoal absorbs the toxins in your body so that your stomach doesn't.
Right.
So, if
in an emergency situation, by the way.
Yes. This is if you go to the emergency room with alcohol poisoning or if you ingested any kind of poison. This isn't like, hey, I don't feel good. Can you give me some fucking activated charcoal? So activated charcoal can have the same kind of interaction if you're on any kind of medication. Now you can see why this would be a problem, right?
Yes. So it can reduce or prevent absorption of certain drugs like acetaminophen, digoxin, which is a heart medication, theophylline for the lungs, or why do I get the hard ones?
I click antidepressants. I know.
There we go.
I know.
So as cool as the black smoothie looks, if you're on meds, it's probably best to stay away. Yeah. Also best to stay away from the black stuff, charcoal, if you are taking drugs for constipation. That's already a side effect of activated charcoal, as well as black stools, black tongue, vomiting, and diarrhea. Yay!
Doesn't that sound like fun? Shitting black water?
No. It does not.
No, not at all. So charcoal can also mess up your nutrient absorption in your body because, again, we said it disrupts how your body absorbs things because it absorbs it first. So kind of like with your meds, you need all the nutrients you can get. Why the hell would you want to negate any of them by eating fucking coal?
Right. So TLDR, is it worth the hype? No, it's not. None of this shit is. It's not going to be some miracle substance that will make all of your dreams come true. If you use too much or use it habitually, it can ultimately fuck up how your gut absorbs food, and that is a problem.
See, that is a big problem. So activated charcoal, toothpaste, fine. Face cream, fine. In your food, don't fucking do it.
No, or your drinks.
Coming up next. All right, this is a twofer from our friend Beth Baracco at Beth Baracco Fitness on TikTok. What up, Beth? We love you.
Yes.
So she gave us two. The first one we're going to talk about is the continuous glucose monitor. So what is a continuous glucose monitor? I'm sure you've seen the fucking guy.
Yeah.
Because there's one white guy on TikTok. The guy. I'm not going to fucking name him by names because he doesn't deserve our fucking cred. However, there is a guy that's like, oh, wearing my continuous glucose monitor. Went to Chick-fil-A, had French fries, had a sandwich that had bread on it. Look how much my blood sugar spiked. Then I came home and had 4 eggs cooked in bacon fat and a half a pound of bacon. My blood sugar didn't spike. This is a normal blood sugar response. Motherfucker, do you know how carbs work? Do you understand carbs? Do you know? Tell me you don't fucking understand nutrition without telling me you don't fucking understand nutrition. Like, seriously. So when we're digging into this, one of the first things that comes up is a simple Google search of what is a continuous glucose monitor. Well, the first thing you're going to see from a lot of these bullshit fitness websites is ditch the scale, invest in a continuous glucose monitor. First of all, understanding what glucose actually is super important. It's a type of sugar that you get from foods you eat that your body uses for energy. It is the most basic type of sugar in your body, and your brain needs it to function.
Yes. Well, I can understand why or how this trend came about. The way the CGM or continuous glucose monitor is being portrayed on social media is as a scare tactic. That's what a lot of this shit is.
Absolutely.
So it's like, stop eating these foods. Look what it does to you internally. When you eat too much glucose, it's stored as fat. But they're saying that like broad brush, like it's only stored as fat. So sure, sometimes it is, but your body does need glucose.
So let's talk about how you can eat anything in excess and it will turn into fat cells.
Yes.
It can be protein, it can be fat, it can be carbs.
Yes.
Any macronutrient that you eat in excess can be turned into fat cells. Let's make that very crystal fucking clear for those in the back of the room that don't fucking understand it or are too stupid to fucking just see the science behind it or
just want to make money off of you.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. Yeah. Like, don't do it. Most of the cells in your body use glucose along with amino acids, which we talked about in great depth a couple weeks ago, for fats for energy. So glucose is the main source of fuel for your brain. We just talked about that a second ago, but here's why. Nerve cells and chemical messengers there need it to help them process information. And without it, your brain won't work well. You know how when people get the keto flu? That's why they get the fucking keto flu.
That's what that brain fog is.
Yeah.
Because you don't have glucose. You don't have the carbs providing the glucose to your brain.
As I drank a can of Dr. Pepper while I record this fitness and nutrition podcast.
Right. And just real quick side tangent. I love how people like use these scare tactics like, oh, it's chemicals. There are chemicals in literally everything that you eat or consume. Mm-hmm. What do you think that water is made up of? It's a chemical compound. Like,
we are chemical compounds.
Lord.
We are.
Flying spaghetti monster, help us now.
Seriously, we are all petri dishes of fucking cells that organize together to make a human.
Yes.
You could have easily been a fucking blade of grass or a cat or, something else. Like, we won, you could call it the genetic lottery, but could you really? And, we got human flesh bags.
Yes. Hooray.
Woo.
So folks with diabetes, whatever, however you want to pronounce it.
I'm sorry, I always call for Brimley that one.
Yes. So folks with diabetes do need to monitor these levels as their bodies have higher than normal levels of glucose in their blood due to a deficiency in insulin, or their body doesn't respond to insulin and as well as it should. So the body relies on insulin to move glucose into the blood cells for that energy and storage.
Continuous glucose monitors exist for diabetic people, not for people looking to lose weight. Yes. I'll be nice about it. But if you aren't diabetic, you don't need to be fucking running out to CVS or buying one on Amazon. Get your fucking continuous glucose monitor. Like, don't do it. you're going to waste money. How much does a fucking continuous glucose monitor even cost? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's look real time. That's why I love having a podcast, because I used to do this on the radio too. I would Google shit in real time. Continuous glucose monitor search. All right. So the first one is going to cost you. This one's not continuous. It's $30. So it's going to upwards of $100. Upwards of $100.
If you find one of those websites that's trying to tell you to ditch the scale and get a continuous glucose monitor, they're trying to sell you like a whole package of shit, and it's going to be a lot more than $100.
Yes,
they're using it as a way to basically make it a new diet trend, and that's why this is mind blowing. But we wanted to cover that's the question.
You're gonna spend money on the monitor. You're gonna spend money on whatever fucking person's coaching.
They're selling a tracker too.
Oh, great. You're going to spend money on that. You're going to buy some fucking program or some fucking book or whatever. Like, here's the thing. When you see this shit online, we've mentioned it before, but I'm going to mention it again, because Sasha and I have worked in broadcasting for a really long time. We've worked in promotions. We've worked in marketing. We understand how it all works. We're going to let you in on a secret. If you ask yourself, what is this person selling me? If you have to ask yourself that and you can answer it, fucking use caution.
Yeah.
What is this person selling me? Are they selling you the monitor, or are they selling you the bullshit mantra behind the monitor?
Exactly.
The answer is both. I mean, they don't get any money directly from the monitor, probably, unless they're like a medical provider.
Probably marked up. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they have like an Amazon store that they fucking pump you to. But ask yourself that question often, because we live in a capitalist society where the almighty dollar is the fucking king, and everybody has the attention span of a goddamn gnat.
Yes.
What is this person selling me? That is something you should always ask yourself. Even us, we're going to sell you things. We've told you that before. It's a function of our job. It's how we make money, advertising.
Right.
It's all shit we believe in, or shit that we vetted, or people we know.
Exactly.
Like, we're not going to sell you a fucking continuous glucose monitor or tell you to do a 30-day gut reset. Like, that's not. But the point we're making by pointing this out is the way that people are talking about continuous glucose monitors online can also harm your relationship with food. Because they're demonizing an entire fucking macronutrient. They're making carbs out to be the bad guy again.
Yeah. Yep. It's mind-blowing. I wish that guy was not getting as much traction as he is, but just be aware of the fact that people are probably trying to sell you something if they're especially if it's like boisterous and like, I went to Chick-fil-A and I ate 1 billion calories. Like, okay, whatever. You got whatever, dude. That's how your body functions internally. And
I would have liked to see him eat a piece of toast with that breakfast so that we could have seen the same fucking response, because he again had bread with the meal.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, if they're yelling at you, or there's another guy that's in a grocery store and he's like holding a thing of Jif peanut butter or something like that, and he's like, you know what this is? Toxins. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. It's peanuts.
I mean, there was a peanut butter recall recently.
There was, but that wasn't for the that was for salmonella and not the contents of the peanut butter. Yeah.
Completely different whatsoever. Here's the thing about food. There's chemicals in your food. There's chemicals in everything. We talked about this like 10 minutes ago. You are a chemical. Hello.
Yes. Don't let people scare you into caring about things that you don't need to be worried about.
Yes. Don't be an alarmist for no reason. I mean, there's being an alarmist for good reason, but then there's just being an alarmist to be an alarmist.
Yeah. And
don't be the latter.
Exactly. Okay. So this other one, this is also from Beth. We had to do extensive research into this because first we couldn't find it initially. And so Beth helped us out and sent us some stuff. So
oh my God.
What the fuck is the Jell-O reset diet? Well, we asked that same question when we got this in. So then we watched a very interesting video on TikTok explaining what it is, because it was exactly what we thought it would be. So when we Googled it, all we got was the pouch reset diet. And we're like, no fucking way. This can't be it.
This could actually be what it is.
And that was all I could find. And so then I'm like talking to Sadie, and then we asked Beth.
Yeah.
And sure as shit, it's a fucking pouch reset diet. I'm not going to call out the person who made the video because that's not what we do here, but they do claim that you'll lose 8 to 10 pounds immediately. So let's just discuss this idea.
Yeah. Air quotes if you're not watching. Full version of the podcast and videos on YouTube again, by the way, if you want to watch our dumb faces while we talk about this shit. So the Jello Reset diet is a bastardized ripoff of the prescribed diet that you're given after having bariatric surgery for weight loss. So if you get like your stomach stapled or you get the band or the sleeve or whatever, this is what they have you eat for the first like 4 days for a couple of reasons. The point is, one, to reintroduce the idea of food into your stomach because your stomach's been empty and it's been reshaped.
Yes.
The second is helping your stomach learn how to digest food in its new modified form. Mm-hmm. This is why this diet is so like basic.
Yes.
This is why it's not for weight loss.
And if you know anybody that has had bariatric surgery, I know 3 off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. It's very important that they follow these guidelines to a T because they can do irreparable harm and get very sick.
Yes. You can re-stretch your stomach and you can re-stretch it too fast if you're not following the rules of your like prescribed diet after surgery, and that can be bad news bears.
Yes, for sure. So the rules, quote unquote, of this diet. On days 1 and 2, you get to eat a cup of sugar-free Jello and a cup of sugar-free Jello pudding. Day 3, you can eat the same Jello cups and 2 hard-boiled eggs. On day 4, you eat all of the shit from day 3 and 8 ounces of chicken breast. And then you're supposed to drink a lot of water, but that's it.
Okay. That's it. I did the math. We're going to break this down. Days 1 and 2, you have a gelatin that costs 10 calories. The pudding costs 60 calories. And you do that 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. 70 calories. 3 times a day. That's 210 calories. So we're at 210. Keep your tally. Day 3, you're adding 2 eggs, which cost 70 calories each, bringing your daily total up to 350 calories. And on day 4, you get to add another 220 calories for the chicken, bringing your total up to 570 calories for the day. The grand total for 4 days of this diet is 1,340 calories. That is less than your daily energy expenditure. That is usually 1,800 calories. So no shit, you're going to fucking lose 10 pounds. You're eating poverty calories. A newborn baby needs 1,000 calories a day to live. And all they do is shit themselves, puke, and cry.
Yeah.
1,000 calories. You're a fucking whole ass adult human that's got a job and a life. How the fuck do you think you're going to live on less than 1,400 calories a day?
Well, and then, I mean, you are starving yourself. So don't fucking do that. You are going to lose weight. Like you will lose it immediately because you're not fucking eating. But that's because you're starving yourself.
Like you're telling people to fucking do this. Like you're some sort of a goddamn health and fitness guru. Where the fuck do these people get the license to give out this bullshit advice like they're experts? Like this person in the video is so fucking, you're going to lose 8 to 10 pounds. Drink lots of water. This is the key. No, the key is that you're fucking starving yourself, you dumbass.
Yeah, these are the harmful things that we're always talking about and why we do these episodes, because that's really harmful. And then people will try it, and then what? After your week of starving yourself, then what?
They're going to talk about how great it was because they lost the 10 pounds with the fucking moron on TikTok.
And you're going to gain it right fucking back.
Yeah.
So then this person goes on to say, wait till you see your results paired with working out. Like, how can you fucking train on 210 calories of Jello for a whole goddamn day? Are you kidding me?
And the HCG diet. That is worse.
Yes. Get out of here with this bullshit, man. Like if you're eating almost nothing, you can't work out. And if you do work out, it could be very dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what happens when you put yourself under a weight and you haven't eaten? You'll probably fall over with the weight on you. Like I've almost passed out under a squat before because I didn't have enough food that day. And that was when I was eating like 2,500 calories a day. So if you think that you're going to fucking live on 210 calories a day of goddamn Jello products and then go to the fucking gym and have any kind of a workout that's worth a shit, I'm sorry, but you're so fucking delusional that there might not be any help for you.
Right. And this is aimed at the person who is spreading this information.
Yeah, not you as a listener. But
not anybody who actually tries this. What we're cautioning you is to not fucking do this.
Yeah. I get mad so that you don't try these things because they're fucking terrible.
Yeah. I mean, this goes back to, I mean, this type of shit has been around for fucking ever too. Yeah. Back in our day, it was lemon water with cayenne pepper in it for a whole week.
Heartburn water. Start your day. Make sure it's warm.
You're cleansing your body. Also, you know what cleanses your body? Your kidneys and your fucking liver.
Yeah.
Okay? You already have functionality in your body that does that for you. You don't have to fucking cleanse yourself. If you really want to reset, eat whole foods for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like whole foods, again, just to remind anybody who is not familiar or is just jumping into this podcast, single ingredient foods, chicken breast, broccoli, etc. You get where we're going with this?
Yeah, eat real food.
Yeah.
I mean, still indulge every now and then. We're not telling you not.
Right. But if you really want to reset or cleanse your body, eat whole foods for a week.
Dude, you'll tell a difference in like the first. All right, we're going to talk about poop. We haven't talked about poop on the podcast for a while.
You're going to shit a lot, by the way.
A, you're going to shit a lot. B, you're going to notice the consistency of your shits change. C, you're going to realize that shitting is easier.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're drinking the water to go with all the fiber you're getting from the whole foods you're eating. Like if you have constipation problems, especially if you have ovaries, because people with ovaries are more disposed to having constipation problems thanks to our fucking genetics and our hormones, it will help you a lot with that problem. I used to be a chronic constipated person, A, because I didn't drink enough water, B, because all I ate was fucking garbage.
Right.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
Alcohol also doesn't help that equation.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Sorry to be that one person. I'm going to rip that Band-Aid off. Alcohol doesn't help your equation in a lot of situations.
No, it sure doesn't.
I'm going to throw that out there as an ex-alcoholic, you know. So our last question from Mona Malice on TikTok, we're going to talk about male versus female exercises. So she asked, is there such a thing? Can you debunk this shit? Please help. So we've touched on this here and there in the past, especially on our episode with Dr. Stacey Sims. If you haven't listened to that episode and you have ovaries, we definitely recommend it. But men and women are likely going to train differently to an extent.
Yeah.
Why? TLDR, hormones. Mm-hmm. But the idea that they have to train differently is fucking laughable, obviously. Your muscles don't know if they're physiologically a male or a female. They don't know. They are not self-aware. They don't know if they're getting testosterone or if they're getting estrogen. They have no fucking idea. The whole idea of the gender binary is fucking laughable too, but that's a topic for another day. Happy Pride Month. I fucking love all my gays.
Yes, we love you.
Okay.
You can train however the fuck you want. Honestly, we say all the time on this podcast, the best exercise is the stuff you'll keep showing up for. But we have found that dudes and chicks will tend to gravitate toward different aesthetic goals. So you are going to have to train differently for those aesthetic goals. Obviously, your mileage is going to vary. Period. End of discussion. We have a t-shirt in our shop at hurrdatmedia.com. And if you don't like doing any of these movements, there's nothing wrong with you. We spend a lot of time in the gym and we've just noticed a few trends.
Yeah. And like we follow a lot of strength athletes and shit on social media and we're friends with a bunch of them. And I know many a bodybuilder and all that stuff too. So I will say that, you know, my female bodybuilding friends and my male bodybuilding friends do completely different workouts because they have completely different criteria that they are judged on in competition.
Exactly.
So if you're training differently, that's fine. Like we're not saying that you have to train like a dude or that you have to train completely separate and not train like a dude at all. Women still need to, and people with ovaries, everybody needs to lift heavy shit. It makes your bones more dense. It helps with your muscles. Like it's a great stress reliever and we're all fucking stressed, right?
Yes.
We're all fucking stressed. So, like train however you want, but a lot of ladies will tend to gravitate towards booty blasting movements because we all want that fucking ass that can knock shit off the shelf when we walk by, right? I mean, everybody wants an ass worth grabbing. You could sit in line for the glute kickback machine, or you could get a dumbbell, do some squats, or you could grow your ass with doing donkey kicks, without doing donkey kicks if you don't want to, or you don't want to wait for the machine. You could do them banded. You can do hip thrusts. Like there are so many things. Glute pull throughs with the cable machine, one of the best fucking glute ham workouts ever because it also helps you work on your hip hinge. That hip hinge pop at the top is really beneficial if you're lifting weights.
Yeah, for sure.
But you don't have to fucking train to fit any aesthetic if you don't want to. But if you're going for certain things, like we said, we've noticed a few trends because we've spent a lot of time in the gym.
Yes. We also see a lot of ladies working on their legs more than dudes. I mean, and that's just, I don't know why that is. It's just kind of how it is. Most dudes do upper body shit. There's nothing wrong with wanting thick thighs. They save lives, right? On the flip side.
Yeah, I love the thick thigh movement. Like, I'm glad that women have embraced having thighs that touch because for a really long time, everybody wanted a fucking thigh gap.
Yeah, which is never been attainable for me. On the flip side, you know, like I just said, we see a lot of dudes blasting their upper body because that's aesthetically what they're going for. And there's no problem with either one of those.
No, I mean, biceps and lats and delts look great on everybody. It doesn't matter. They look great on everyone. However, like, have you ever been to a gym in Vegas?
Nope.
I have. I love Vegas. Vegas is one of my favorite cities in this fucking country. It's great. It's the best people watching you'll ever see. And now they have legal weed. You can gamble. There's a White Castle. Like, it's heaven on earth. I fucking love Vegas. If I could have convinced Phil, we would have been married by an Elvis impersonator in Vegas. Like the 5 times I've been there before we got married. I tried every fucking time. And he was always like, no. It's like, damn it. But anyway, you go to Vegas and you go to the gym, and every fucking gym is not a lot of women in the gyms in Vegas. For obvious reasons, because you're A, in Vegas, but B, it's full of fucking gym bro dudes that are blasting their upper bodies before they go to the pool. Now, think about this for a second. If you are a single person that is trolling the fucking poolside for some tail while you're on vacation, how disappointing would it be to pick up a guy that's jacked upstairs to get his pants off to find he's a Dorito that never trains his legs?
Yeah, no
the tragedy.
Yeah. Not my preference.
It'll make your dick look bigger, but your legs are going to be tiny.
Ultimately, the point that we're trying to make is that you can do whatever the fuck you want.
It's true.
To get to the goals that you're trying to reach, period. I mean, it's always the best movements are the ones you'll keep showing up for. You're going to get burnt out on shit. Mm-hmm. I changed my training completely at the beginning of the year. I'm now doing mostly powerlifting stuff, which is what I want to be doing right now. Those are my goals. So there aren't any movements that you can't do just because you're male or female. There may be limiting factors based on injuries or physiologically. There might be, some movements that are more optimal than others for you specifically. So do what works for you, what your coach is prescribing you to get to where you want to go. Remember, physiology and DNA play a role in where you'll build fastest, no matter who you are.
Yes. And circling back to exercises that are good for the ladies, do your chest presses, because that lifts your pec muscles. It makes your pec muscles bigger, and it lifts your boobs. It also makes your boobs look bigger.
Yep. Sure does.
So if you are part of the itty bitty titty committee and you want all the help you can get without having surgical intervention, build up your pecs, because it'll make your boobs look great.
Yes.
Everybody wants good looking boobs, right? Who doesn't love good looking boobs? I mean, let's be fucking honest. Either you have a set that you love that looks good, or you have a set that you admire on someone else that looks good. So just doing everyone a public service here. Talking about dicks, boobs, and shit today on
That's what we're here for.
Welcome to fucking Meathead Test Kitchen. If this is your first episode, then hi.
Welcome.
That's what we do here. Sorry, we're not sorry. We've been doing it for almost 100 episodes. It's our bullshit.
Yes.
But thank you for everyone who sent in questions this week. Thank you for just being sweethearts in general. We fucking love you. With all the fucking negativity and shit that's out there on the internet. Again, I know we say this a lot, but we really fucking mean it. We really appreciate having a positive community of intelligent people that are open-minded and are not dickheads. Like, there's so many dickheads.
There are. And I'm glad that for the most part, those people don't fuck with us.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
I swore at them enough. I think they've learned their lesson. That bitch is crazy. Yes, I am. Don't fuck with me. I will hurt you with words.
If you haven't,
hit us up.
We're at hello@meatheadtestkitchen.com is our email. You can follow us on all of our socials at Meathead Test Kitchen, except for Twitter. We're at MTK Staff. Buy our merch, like I mentioned. Your mileage may vary. We have a t-shirt. We've got some hats. We've got a sweet bag. We have a flag.
I got one the other day. Our bags are great. They're really good. Our logo's on both sides. It's really thick canvas material. Our merch is actually I have a bunch of our merch to see how good it was before we sold it to people. Yeah. And it's all great. You're paying $20 for a really great t-shirt.
Yeah, for sure. And then you can rep us everywhere you go and get your PRs in style,
Oh, yeah. That
make sure that if you're wanting any programming, you head over to meatheadathletics.com. Sadie also offers coaching, and that is both fitness and nutrition related. We have 3 programs, one for beginner and then 2 that are a little bit more advanced. They're pretty great. I've done all 3 of them, and I can verify that they will kick your fucking ass. So make sure that you are kind to each other. Do something good for somebody else. It'll make you feel good.
It's true. Smile. Not in the way like you should smile more, but smile.
Smile.
It'll make you feel better.
Sure can.
Yay.
We love you.
Meathead Test Kitchen. Out.
Join Sadie and Sasha every Monday, helping to make your fitness and nutrition journey suck less. MTK.